A word worth more than gold. One day, a king said to his minister,
Look at our nation, rich in resources, the people live in abundance. We lack nothing. But surely, there are things in this world our country still doesn't have.
Why don't we send an envoy abroad to search and have him buy some things our country doesn't have?
The king agreed, so the minister chose an envoy and sent him to a foreign land. The envoy arrived in a country and walked through the entire marketplace, but saw nothing special. The treasures in the market also existed in his own country. They weren't rare at all. He felt very disappointed. Just as he was about to return home, he suddenly noticed an old man sitting empty-handed in the market. The envoy found it strange. He walked up and asked the old man,
You're not selling anything, why are you sitting here doing nothing?
The old man smiled and said to the envoy,
I'm also doing business.
The envoy felt even more puzzled. He looked carefully around the old man. There really was no merchandise. He continued to ask,
So what are you selling here?
I'm selling wisdom.
What kind of wisdom are you selling? And how much is it worth?
The old man sized up the envoy and slowly said,
My wisdom costs 500 taels of gold. If you give me the gold first, I'll tell you the wisdom.
This is really something new. Someone selling wisdom. I've never seen this in our markets. Might as well buy it then, I'll have something to report.
So he weighed out 500 taels of gold and handed it to the old man. The old man then told him 4 sentences.
Think carefully when faced with matters. Try not to worry. May not be useful now, but it'll work when needed.
The envoy thought spending 500 taels of gold for 4 sentences was a terrible deal. But since the deal was made, he had no choice but to memorize the 4 lines. He bid farewell to the old man and set off for home. On the way back to the palace, the envoy passed by his home, arriving around midnight. Upon entering, he saw 2 pairs of shoes by his wife's bed, and immediately flew into a rage. He thought to himself, my wife must have cheated on me while I was away. Just as he was about to explode, he suddenly remembered the old man's 4 sentences. So he repeated those 20 words to himself to calm his anger.
Think carefully when faced with matters. Try not to worry. May not be useful now, but it'll work when needed. Think carefully when faced with matters. Try not to worry.
His murmuring woke the person in bed. It turned out his mother had come to take care of his sick wife. They had slept together that night. The shoes belonged to his mother and his wife. Hearing what sounded like her son's voice, the mother asked,
"'Tis virtue, son."
Only then did the envoy realize it was his mother and wife sleeping together. He immediately ran out of the room, joyfully shouting,
To cheap! To cheap! It was truly to cheap!
The mother asked in surprise,
"What did you buy abroad? Why do you keep saying it was cheap?"
The envoy ran back in, held his mother's hand, and eagerly replied,
My wife and my mother. Even for 10,000 taels of gold, I wouldn't trade them. But today, thanks to those 500 taels worth of wisdom, I was able to keep them both safe. Isn't that too cheap? A single line of wisdom is worth more than 1,000 taels of gold.